Greetings. We back again with another video. And I'm on rapid fire tonight, but I want to get these video out now to document certain games that are in my collection, and I'm pretty sure is in others. But in this video, what I want to focus in on as far as video gaming is concerned is RPGs. And not only just RPGs, but those barbarian aspect, grind, medieval type games. If you're not aware of the amount of games that we have been given that has that Viking, barbarian type feel to them, whether you're playing the game with different characters and weapons, these are going to be some of the games that I've discovered through my time of playing games on the PlayStation 4. They hold up. They're not bad. And if these are your games that if this fits your genre of games that you like to play, I'm going to show you a list of games. I'll show you my collection of games that I have that will fit that. And I'm talking about the Viking. I actually just came from watching The Northman, which is awesome. If you haven't seen that movie, you should really check it out. But in my gaming history, in my gaming time, if we didn't get a game back in the early 90s that pretty much, gave you that sense of feeling like, dang, I just watched that movie and I want to play a game like that. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels that way about games. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that grew up playing games had those same type of experiences where you were watching Karate Kid and you went home to go play Kung Fu on your Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? But here are some of the games that will spark interest as far as Viking and, the sword and the shield type heroics. And here's the first game that I'm going to start it off with is Dragon's Crown. Now, this is Dragon Crown Pro, right? And it's an RPG. Has the same mechanics like a 2D slide scroller. You get a knight, magician, and elf, you get your standard fantasy type characters that actually go and slay dragons with or just go fight orcs. But this is a very good pick up and play game. It doesn't take a lot of time from you. If you got a busy lifestyle, you got kids, family to take care of, or work, you can pick this game up and actually pick up and play and then put down or pick back up whenever time you want to. It's not really that much time consuming, But this is the first one. It's called Dragon's Crown Pro for the PlayStation 4. I think it came for the PlayStation 3 too, and the PlayStation Vita if you can find those systems. But this is Dragon's Crown Pro for the PlayStation 4. And next up we have Darksiders 3. Now this isn't the best Darksiders game. I played the other Darksiders. Has more of that Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time type feel, where you got open world, but this one is sort of open world, but not really. Has that same type of vibe where you get your sword and your different weapons, mechanics. You just slaying monsters and stuff. Pretty good game. Check it out if you get a chance. This is Darksiders 3. And it's real cheap right now if you check online on Amazon or eBay. Next up, we got Conan Exiles. Now, this is a one-player game. This is actually my day one edition. It's really dropped in price because it wasn't really getting a lot of praise from console gamers, but it was very popular on the PC. I've played a good majority of this game. I like the mechanics in it. You're starting from square one. You're starting from scratch, so you really gotta build up a lot. You can get slaughtered just in the open area by some bad guys or something, or just a person walking through the desert. So it really does give an insight on, okay, if you're living in the barbarian times, you got really no clothes or nothing. You got to farm for your clothes. You got to farm for clothes. You got to do all these things to build up your character. But then it takes it even further where you can actually build up cities and towns and stuff. So it really does delve deep as far as how much you want to go and plan, these type of, Empire style games. This is a very good game. I played a lot of it. You can check it out if you get a chance. Yeah, it's for the PlayStation 4 now, but I'm pretty sure it's on the PC too and Xbox. But yeah, check this out when you get a chance. And next up, we have Trine. Now, this particular collection, I think it comes with all the bonus collections. Be careful because there is one out there that doesn't have all of them on there. Same, style of gameplay, similar to Dragon's Crown, side scroller. You use different characters like a magician, a knight, or archer. Very good game. Pick up and play game style. You got to really think on how to solve different puzzles to get through the areas and stuff. Still has monsters you got to kill. But I thought it was a really good game. And, these games that are out for the PlayStation 4 now are going to be lost to time. If it's not on the service or they don't remaster it or remake it again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in future consoles. Maybe, with crossplay or, I think the PlayStation 5 has backwards compatibility. I do not have a PlayStation 5. I'm not looking for a PlayStation 5 because I have a slew of games that I still have to get through, and mostly are based on RPGs. So this is Trine Collection, Ultimate Collection. You get Trine 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the PlayStation 4. Next up, we have Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Now, if you see this game, this is Deluxe Edition. You want to pick it up. Because there's one out there that's only digital, and the original game doesn't have Iceborne in it. With this particular game, this particular edition, it has all the DLC on the disc. So that's very important to keep in mind that you will want to get the Deluxe Edition of Iceborne because Iceborne has all of it on the disc. A lot of people have been buying this game, and it's a pretty popular game. But what I noticed is that when they changed over to digital format, they sold a digital copy within a case that looks like this. So you want to make sure, I think it's the Deluxe Edition. This has the entire both games, Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Iceborne, on disc. So this is for the PS4. You see it out there, pick it up, try it out. It's different from just hack and slash. You got to really take down some big beasts in this game. If you're not really familiar with Monster Hunter, you're hunting monsters for real, which means you got to slay them dudes, and it takes a while. They're not like sponges or nothing. Like, you can literally just think smart about it. The marshes, the environment, all affects everything that you do. It's very good, very detailed game made by Capcom. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Master Edition, Deluxe Edition. So make sure, if you're looking for this, get the right one for the PlayStation 4. Next up, we have Max Xeno. Now, this is a NIS America game. And a lot of NIS America games, they don't make a lot of print copies for. This was based on the Vita version. This came out before, but they released it on the PS4. Came out a while ago. But, do not pick this one up. There is a better version coming out in like 2 weeks. Has updated graphics and everything, and new mechanics to the game. This has that desolate desert vibe where you're driving around in a tank, killing monsters. Typical RPG. It's really not a hack and slash. It's more based on the classic RPG setup where you wait, attack. Don't know if you're going to be a fan of this game. I was, because I picked it up because it fits my motif as far as what games I like to play. And it was different. It was something that, was on the system. And I said, all right, let me try it out. It was a niche pickup. I wanted to see what it was. I enjoyed it. But I'm happy that they're making a better version of this. So this is Max Xeno. Like I said, you don't have to pick this version up. You can if you want to. It's real cheap, but they're making a better version coming up real soon. So I'm pretty sure it's like in 2 weeks now. But yeah, Max Xeno for the PS4. Next up, we got Shadows of Mordor. Now this is the Lord of the Rings Middle Earth Game of the Year edition. Picked this up a while back. I've seen some gameplay on it. I haven't played it yet, but it has that type of vibe of that, that Viking barbarian type slaying demons and monsters and stuff. From what I've seen, it's a pretty good game. They did make a second one called Shadow of War, and I heard this was pretty good too. You set up the clan, you can take control of the orcs that you slay, and then they can fight along with you to protect some sort of kingdom. But yeah, this is all based on the Lord of the Rings lore. If you see these, pick them up. They're probably going to make a remaster eventually for the PlayStation 5. But for right now, these are real cheap, good games to, try out. If you, just came out of watching Conan or The Northman or something like that. These are really good games that'll, keep you entertained. Next up, we have Warhammer Crossbane. Haven't tried it yet, but it reminds me of Diablo. Top-down type attacks. Looks pretty good. Want to play it. But like I said, these are certain games that if This fits you. This genre that I'm talking about in this video is only for this particular genre. The Diablos, the fantasy, the olden fantasy, Lord of the Rings type games. These are the games that you would want to try to pick up and play for the PS4. Warhammer Crossbane. Next up, we got Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Now, I waited on this game. I kind of slept on this game, but then when I saw the mechanics on how you fight and everything, it brought me back to Lord of the Rings Conquest. And this is really good. This is a really good game. Don't sleep on this game. I actually bought the Steelbook edition with the art book and the soundtrack and everything because I wanted to support Dungeons and Dragons. It's rare we get a lot of Dungeons and Dragons games, but I did want to support this company that made it. Wizards made it. And it's a pretty cool game. You got your elven archer, you got your dwarf, you got your knight barbarian, and you got your night elf. Great intro. When you turn this game on, it has some of the coolest CGI intro to a game. And when you play the game, it has a very cool, unique mechanism where the world you go through and the monsters that you slay, you get better weapons. Some weapons may have poison, some weapons may have ice attack or flame attacks. Don't sleep on this game. This game is a good game. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance really didn't get a lot of praise because, you know, those gaming sites don't tell you about games that fits a particular genre that fans of that genre likes. So these are all, you know, the Warhammer Viking games that is in this list. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Next up, we have Warhammer Vermicide. Here's another game that I still have yet to play, but from what I'm looking at online and what I'm seeing, I really wanted to try this game out. It's optional to play online, so I don't think this has an online mechanism. Well, it does have an online mechanism where you can co-op, but I picked this game up because, like I said, this particular genre and this video that I'm making is for the people who want to, or the gamers who want to play Vikings and you know, the medieval type games. This is specifically for that crowd of those fans who likes these type of games. But yeah, this is Warhammer Vermicide for the PlayStation 4. I think it's on Xbox and the PC too, so you can check it out. Okay, here's a funny one. I wasn't going to pick this game up. This game looks horrible. I played this game. It's not that good. I mean, this looked like it's been made almost 15 years ago. You know, the graphics and everything. But overall, I was curious to see what it was about. And it has those same type of medieval magician mechanisms. You know, you're fighting dragons and stuff. If this is your cup of tea, this is by no means Skyrim. And Skyrim's not in this list because I'm pretty sure you've heard of Skyrim. So if you want that type of, for this genre, it's fitting for Skyrim to be in here. But I feel that was just too easy to put in here and you already heard of Skyrim. But Citadel, man, this is rough. Try it out if you want to. It gotta be real cheap right now. You could probably pick this game up for like $10 or less, especially at GameStop. But try it out, see what you think. I really don't have anything positive to say about this game, but we're gonna keep moving forward. But this is Citadel Forged with Fire for the PlayStation 4. Next up, we got Nioh. This is a good game. This is made by Team Ninja. This is a very good game. Reminds me a little bit of Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but overall it's a very, very designed well game. If you haven't heard of Nioh, they got Nioh 1 and they got Nioh 2 out. I've only played Nioh 1. I have Nioh 2 in the wing. I still got to try it out. But this is Nioh. This will fit up that alley as far as all of the rest of the games I showed you. I personally believe this fits in there perfectly. So this is Nioh for the PlayStation 4 made by Team Ninja. Next up, we got Diablo, the Eternal Collection. I have this on the Nintendo Switch. I've been playing it on the Nintendo Switch. This copy I haven't opened, but I wanted to have it so that way I could play it on the big screen, which I can play on the big screen of the Switch as well. But this is still a good game. This is the ultimate Diablo 3 experience. If you never heard of Diablo, or if you may have been curious about Diablo, I suggest you play this game. This is not a bad game at all. The Diablo series has been around for a while, but this is one of the best ones that they made so far. Has all its content, the Eternal Collection Edition. Don't know if it has any DLC you have to download, but I know the one that came from Nintendo Switch had all of it on the cart. So, you know, we're in an age now where everything's got to be digital. You know, they got to sit there and give you DLC, which I'm not a fan of DLC at all. But, you know, I tolerate it only because this is new systems that we're dealing with. But if I have a choice in the matter, I'm not buying any type of DLC. I want the game on the disc so that way I can experience the entire game on the disc. But this is Diablo for the PlayStation 4. Next up, we got Mad Max. Now, I got maybe 3 copies of this game. It came with a lot of different, you know, perks that if you was to get it, you can get certain weapons and upgrades. But you don't really know that because you can get all that in the game. The only thing I think you can't get is, well, you could probably buy it on the store, is the original car that Mel Gibson drove in Mad Max. I think that's in this. Or Fury Road. I'm not for sure. But this is a good game. Desolate world. You know, you're out there, you're scavenging for parts to build your car. This is quite possibly one of the best apocalyptic world games I've ever played. This is made by Warner Brothers Games. A lot of people don't talk about this game like that, especially in the new age with the PlayStation 5, but this game was so good when it was released that, you know, I think people are going to end up going back in time and saying, yo, this was a fantastic game. You know, it has mechanics in it where there's a tornado, a sandstorm coming through the entire landscape. You have to duck and hide behind rocks or find somewhere to hide before it blows you away and kills you. That's how environmentally the AI in the environment is so deep. You got guys running around in their cars scavenging, you're scavenging, trying to put everything together. This is far beyond a Fallout 4 or any Fallout game. This game takes advantage of that concept and improves upon it just by not only good graphics, but the upgrade system as far as building up your car. You have to literally build your own car. You can soup it out. You can get yourself some armor, build yourself some weapons. This game is, I don't think it's slept on. I think there's a lot of people who know about this game. But if you haven't heard about this game, I would suggest you try it out, pick it up. This is the only Mad Max game I think we've ever gotten. If it was on the Atari 600 or the Nintendo back in the day, I've never seen it. But yeah, Mad Max for the PlayStation 4. Check it out. And finally, rounding up this list, here's 2 games. This is called Dragon Quest Heroes. Now, I know this is an odd selection. You may have thought I was going to show you some sort of Dark Alliance or Dungeons and Dragons, but hear me out with this one. I'm not really privy to all of the Dragon Quest games. The only Dragon Quest game I played in full was Dragon Quest VIII. But this game is more of a Dynasty Warriors games. Still have some RPG elements, but the characters are very, very unique. All of them have different styles as far as fighting. They have this one chick in there with a big axe, and like when she swings that axe and you're fighting, you really feel the power of that axe. But don't sleep on these 2 games. Do not sleep on these games. If you've never tried a Dragon Quest game, it is okay. You'll get the idea of where the music, the sound effects, and everything comes from. All you gotta do is just look at one Dragon Quest game and look at a victory theme. You'll know exactly where that theme comes from because they play it in every Dragon Quest game. But I like this game. This is very hack and slash heavy. Also has RPG elements, and you can build up your characters. Very, very, very stylistic game. It's a Square Enix game, and I mean, when you're looking at certain, I would say, adventure games, you really do have open world in this game. You can go anywhere, slay any beast. Now, these may not be the ugliest, nastiest looking beasts, but they're beasts nonetheless. But if you've never heard of Dragon Quest, I would suggest you should just take a shot at it. Play one of the games and see what you think. You know, but as far as for me, I tried one of them. I liked it. I picked up the second one. I thought it was pretty cool. So different monsters, different environments. It has a lot of things that just any other RPG would. Only thing is, these characters are designed by the Dragon Ball Z creator. So all of the art styles, all the art, the clothes, the way they look. All of this is by the creator of Dragon Ball Z. So check this out whenever you get a chance. It's Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 4. And that pretty much wraps up my video as far as, you know, barbarian type Viking Roman games for the PlayStation. Played a lot of these games. I like a lot of these games, but if you're looking for this particular type of genre, this is my suggestion of games that you should try out. There's a lot of other games out there, but this fits the mold as far as this video that I'm putting together. So if you like your Diablos, if you like your, you know, Lord of the Rings, if you like your Conan the Barbarians, these are certain games that I would consider you try out. And if you like what you watched, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me what games that's in your collection that fits this particular genre. And I would love to hear from you. All right. And once again, peace.